Sadly, today I've been looking at math on top of the fact that yesterday, did you know TikTok was supposed to be banned yesterday? No one told me that. No one woke me up and informed me of the news that TikTok was supposed to be banned yesterday. I've I've stopped caring about the TikTok ban overall. I just don't care anymore. I really don't. I've now cultivated a good enough thing on here on YouTube where I don't really have to care about the TikTok ban in its totality. But I've discovered that yesterday it was supposed to be banned and nobody talked about it. And the fact of the matter is that no one cared. No one did a rally. We gotta save TikTok. I think people think TikTok isn't even gonna. No one cares. They just want TikTok to sell off or anything of that variety. No one cares. No one gives a dang about it because there's so much other garbage going on within the grand confines of the world. I have been doing math today. Did you know I did math today? I woke up. I just woke up. I'm very tired still. I've been doing math. Fun, intricate, detailed little math. And I hate the fact that I have to do math today because what I discovered here is that this equation is here. Now, this may make no sense for any gobbledygook. This just makes no sense to you, right? Perfect. So this is very important to even factor this in. This guy, this guy has the super check mark, the super check mark for being a part of the United, like a verified account, the White House. This guy's very important. He's with Trump. He's a cool guy. He's very important. I don't know much about him because I don't care about him. All I know is that he's associated with Linda McMahon. That's I said McMahon, the wife of Vince McMahon, who is also in the U.S. It's a whole mess. I'm not going to talk about that. What I've discovered is that these fake tariff rates, and I was confused what was going on here. I said fake tariff rates. I didn't know what was going on. And he said, no, we literally calculated tariff and non-tariff barriers. So he posted this equation. I'm thinking to myself, okay, at least he's showing the math. Turns out this is nonsense. This is nonsense because you may not know this, and I hate doing math. I have a business technology degree. As soon as I saw this, I was like, okay, that's interesting. What are these values? Do we have a way to determine the values? So I looked at the entire document, and they found the values are 4 and 1/4. Now, you don't even have to be a tax expert. You don't even have to be a math expert to that. 4 times 1/4. If you do 1/4 4 times, you get 1. So if you times a number by itself, these numbers don't matter at all. They don't because they gave the rates right here. Parameter selection. It was set at 4. And the electricity price, the other one was set at 0.25. You just got to 1. All you did was get to 1. That's what you could have easily. You didn't even have to put these two parts of the equation. All to prove that you didn't do exactly what the original poster said you did. All this was just to say, nah, I didn't do this. When in reality, this is exactly what he did. This person, James, said, yeah, this you did. I'm going to tell you exactly what you did. And then the person here said, nah, let me show you what I did. And then everybody was like, that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. There's no universe. He just did that exact thing. That's exactly what happened. I'm so confused. What do you mean? You didn't change anything. This is the same exact thing. And he was like, yeah, it may have been. Anyways, and I was confused because I've been looking at this, trying to figure out what in God's name this person was trying to prove the entire time. Nothing. And so I've been looking at these tax rates and stuff like that, just figuring out how much we're going to get screwed over in life and how much I'm going to get destroyed in the coming years, figuring out what's going on and over the next 10 years if I'm completely destroyed, just trying to figure out what's going on in life. That's all I'm trying to figure out. And then I discovered Geiger Capital. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. No one other than fairly stupid partisans on the left thinks Trump is truly going to implement 20% tariffs on everything across the board. So this is really funny. This was 11/9/2024, and Trump had been saying that he's going to put tariffs on everything. And Geiger Capital here said, nah, Trump it's like a metaphor. It's a metaphor? He has always tried to do everything he said he was going to do, and when it doesn't work, he says, I was just joking. Whenever it doesn't work, he just says, I'm joking. When it does work, he says, I meant for this to happen. And then he says, I won't delete this tweet because I'm a man of honor, but yes, I was wrong on the tariffs in November. He has indeed put blanket tariffs on every country. Trump 2.0 is very different. And then afterwards on his page, he just goes in destroying and understand saying tariffs are stupid. I don't understand what's going on. This guy is like a prolific right winger. He's always just talking about like, yeah, the lefties are crazy and things of that. Right? I love this guy. He's a psychopath. I'm happy he's standing on business though. Most people they would backpedal or at least try to say some garbage and gobbledygook, but he's deeply standing on business. He's standing on business. He just says, "I'm a man of honor. I'm just gonna say what I said. I'm not gonna back down from what I said." So this is important to me. All this is very important to me because it's at least with Geiger Capital, it's the people on the right discovering that Trump is dangerous, and it led me to believe that, or at least let other people to believe that, wow, maybe all right wingers aren't bad. I know that. I know not all right wingers aren't bad. I'm aware of this. I don't know why this is a new revelation. A lot of people on the right don't like Trump. They just don't like the left. It's a very distinct thing. They didn't enjoy Trump, especially during his first term, but they definitely don't want a lefty in the office. So they just voted for Trump because that was the option. Because the Trump people, the Trump cult, let's call it that, the Trump religion has so many people that are deeply, deeply in the narrative of Trump is the only way forward. He's gonna change and reshape America. He's gonna make and reshape the world. He reminds me of Terrence Howard. Now, you guys probably don't know about Terrence Howard. This is very important. People love and deeply want Terrence Howard to be strong. This is important. Terrence Howard won. The first thing is 1 times 1. Terrence Howard proves that 1 times 1 equals 2. It's a whole thing. And people wanted him to be correct. As a matter of fact, I remember this so deeply where people were like, oh yeah, this is important. We got to understand what's going on here. This is super important. So this is cool. If we look at Terrence Howard on the Joe Rogan podcast, this is super cool. If we look up Terrence Howard on the Joe Rogan podcast, he's going crazy sicko mode, talking about how he has this new math and understanding how the world works. And you see, it has a very high like ratio. The dislikes came in later, but everybody was saying that, oh, he's smart. If Cat Williams interviewed Terrence Howard, they would just stare at each other and nod. It's like everybody was saying that he was just so smart and all these things. It was nuts because it was crazy. The longest let him cook. They kicked him out of Iran because he knows how to build the real arc reactor. And I was thinking like, oh, this is just a goofball. This is nuts. This whole thing was crazy. This whole thing was nuts. People were saying that Terrence Howard was smart. They were saying he was a genius. If you go to actual Terrence Howard things, right? If you go to actual Terrence Howard, you will discover. We can go to the 1 times 1 Oxford. This one right here. If we go here and we see him giving like his gobbledygook. He does it to Oxford, right? 7 years ago. 7 years ago, people were saying he was super smart. Barely any dislikes, by the way. Right? Comes in, and then everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were saying a month ago everything changed. Everybody changed their tune a month ago. But when this first came out, everyone was on Terrence Howard's side. Everyone. And this is what's going on with Donald Trump right now. In the beginning, everybody was like, oh, yeah, this is fine. But later we're discovering, well, not me, I've always known. People are discovering that, man, maybe he's a little bit nuts. Maybe a little bit crazy. Maybe it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. And it's so goofy. It's so goofy to see people do this later. To backpedal now and say, he's actually doing what he said. Was he not supposed to? Was he not supposed to? Was he supposed to not do that? I'm so confused. Look how good my hairline is, guys. That's really good. It's really sad. It's super sad to see that. Anyways, I was just doing math today. I wanted to make this video real fast because I've been baffled by everything. So sorry I released so many videos. I think it's like my 4th video today. Sorry about that, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye.